100,000 dead Americans, and Douglas Ducote couldn't give a shit less. 100,000 dead Americans, Dougie, and you're going to keep defending that orange clown in the White House? Oh, Dougie tells us now that the Trump virus may be rampant in his family. But Dougie doesn't give a shit, do you, Dougie? Dougie can't admit that Trump screwed us. Screwed us over, Dougie. You know why, Dougie? Because he's incompetent. He's a liar, Dougie, just like you. So now the virus is maybe in your family, Dougie. And things could have been different, Dougie. Your family could have been spared that, Dougie. But Trumpo took 6 weeks denying it was a problem. Because he don't care, Dougie. He doesn't care about you. He don't care about me. He don't care about Americans, Dougie. He cares about himself, Dougie. In the middle of a pandemic, when Americans are dying, Dougie, our society's about shut down, except for essential workers. That our hospitals are taking in more and more cases every day, Dougie. Doctors and nurses are contracting the virus, Dougie. And you know what Trumpo wants you to know, Dougie? He wants you to know that he's #1 on Facebook. Does that sound, Dougie, like somebody that gives a shit about you and your family? Damn sure doesn't, Dougie. It damn sure doesn't sound like that. Trump told us in the State of the Union that all things will be done. All safeguards will be in place. That was a lie, Dougie, because he don't give a shit, Dougie, about anything but himself. And that's who you hold up to us as a leader. You know what leadership is, Dougie, in this crisis? You need to look at South Korea. Because they found a case the same day we did back in January, Dougie. But they've got leadership. They did what they had to do, and they got on top of it, Dougie. And what was your Trump doing? Beating his meat in the White House is what he was doing. Because he don't give a shit about you, Dougie. That's who you've turned our federal government over to. 6 weeks when he could have done something, Dougie, instead of denying it was a problem. Maybe it wouldn't be in your family now, Dougie. Maybe this virus wouldn't be in your family now, Dougie. Don't you get that shit, Dougie? Can't you add 2 and 2 and come up with 4? Is your hatred of Democrats and other Americans that don't think like you, does that trump your family, Dougie? Damn, Trump has done everything since day one, Dougie, to show you that he's incompetent. And what do, Dougie? You defend that. Now that the virus may be in your family, Dougie. And it didn't have to be like that, Dougie. 100,000 dead Americans. The carnage, Dougie. The carnage that didn't have to be. Like everywhere else, we were going to have deaths, Dougie. But 100,000, and some estimates may be 250,000 dead Americans, Dougie, and you keep defending that shithead in the White House, even though the virus may be in your family, Dougie, can't you add this shit up in your head, Dougie? Can't you add that shit up in your head that if we had a thoughtful, intelligent person in the White House that didn't care about themselves, maybe this could have been different, Dougie. Maybe it wouldn't be in your family, Dougie. Maybe it wouldn't be in my family, Dougie. Maybe it wouldn't be in your neighbor's family. Maybe we could have got a handle on it if he would have took action 3 months ago, Dougie. But you know what he took action on 2 years ago, Dougie? He eliminated our panel of pandemic scientists and doctors. Why? Because Obama put that in place. Obama put that in place, and I know that just tears your ass up. A black man doing anything, oh, you just take the shit out of that, don't you, Dougie? Now that your racism is coming to its fruition in the carnage of Americans, Dougie, how many people are going to die needlessly, Dougie, because your orange hero in the White House cares more about himself than he does Americans? That's on you, Dougie. You defend that shit, even if the virus is running in your family, Dougie. Can you not add 2 and 2 and come up with 4 and say, you know, here are the facts. He didn't take action for 2 freaking months, Dougie. And the virus is in your family now, Dougie. Tell us about that, Dougie. If you're not mad that your orange buffoon screwed the pooch, Dougie, and it cost Americans their lives, you defend that, Dougie, and you call yourself a patriot. You're not a patriot, Dougie. You're a fucking dumbass. The Trump virus may be in your family, Dougie, may be in my family, and for 2 months, that orange clown in the White House did nothing but take care of himself, Dougie. Because that's all it is about him. It's about him. And aren't you glad, Dougie, now that the Trump virus may be in your family? Aren't you glad to know that Donald Trump is number 1 on Facebook? Huh, Dougie? Fucking clown.